Since January 2025, I have dropped 8 kilos, I have toned up, and I've never felt more confident. So in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly how I'm structuring my nutrition in a fat loss phase to help you so you can drop the weight that you want and feel freaking confident as well. Hello, if you're new here, my name's Laura. I'm an online exercise physiologist and accredited sports nutritionist. I'm a full-time foodie. I love to eat and I love helping women see sustainable change in their body. So I'm super excited to take you guys along today. We've got a good lineup of food and I'm very excited about it. So just a quick backstory, just to give you a bit of an update in terms of where I'm currently at. All of 2024, I intentionally gained weight. I intentionally went from 62 kilos, like that's kind of where my starting point was, and gaining weight because I wanted to gain muscle. I really want to have like a toned, strong, fit body shape looking. And I was sitting at, the low, like in the 60s, low 60s. And I just, I didn't look like I wanted because I didn't have enough muscle mass. So that's why in 2024, I went balls to the wall. I went full surplus mode and built lots of muscle. And now I'm in my fat loss phase coming into this year. I'm so glad I did that. Not only did it really strengthen my relationship with food, it really helped me completely detach my worth, my value from the size of my body. From someone who struggled with that for a really long time, like that really solidified, like sitting at those high numbers, I was fluffy, I was uncomfortable, but I was fine with it. 6 years ago, there is no way I would have been able to do that. So it's really cool to see that growth. But yeah, so in April, then by April, I was just freaking over it, to say the least. I was just like, but eating in a deficit is, you got to be more calculated. You got to be more restrictive. Like you've got to be onto it. So I was just like, I just needed to take a step back and have a break. April, May, June, I just took a break. I just sat at maintenance. As of 2 weeks ago, I have officially entered back into another fat loss phase. And honestly, like it has been like, it's always uncomfortable at the beginning. And the hunger is like real, definitely struggling with a bit of hunger, but that's okay because I know it's not forever. So yeah, the last 2 weeks I'm back in the fat loss phase. So right now I am in a fat loss phase. So that's why I'm really excited to show you my nutrition and what I'm eating and how I'm navigating that. I'm already down 1 kilo, which I'm excited about. So like that's, 9 kilos in total. I have like 2.5 to go. So I don't think the fat loss phase is going to be very long, but yeah, it just depends how well I can stick to it. So yeah, that's a bit of like where I'm at, the update. So let's get into making breakfast. Taste this bad boy. Oh, it's like gooey on the inside. Honestly, you guys, like, I don't think I'm ever going to make protein pancakes ever again because making pancakes is such a fuck around. And this, literally, you put it in the oven and it's ready. No mess. All in one container. This is just from Kmart. So when I'm in a fat loss phase, I try and push out my breakfast like as late as possible. Right now it's 8 a.m. Like I got up this morning and went for a walk. Like I've already done like 5,700 steps. So like I try to push it out as long as I can, but I'm hungry right now. So this girl's got to eat. At the moment, I am like a week out from getting my period. So right now, like I'm really craving more sweet, warm things. So that's why I have opted to make baked pancakes this morning. For me, satisfaction of food is so big. And if I'm like craving sweet things like chocolate, I'm a chocolate girly, like through and through. Like that's my thing that I want. So when I'm in that, like when I'm like that, I'm really self-aware about that. And then I make sure I'm having that throughout my day in my fat loss phase, because if I don't, then I'll get to the evening and I'll just like eat way too much chocolate. So it's about being strategic. This has about like 39 grams of protein, so I know it's going to keep me really full. I'm going to be satisfied. I've honored my cravings, and it's going to set me up for the day. So when you're starting your fat loss stage, super important, couple of things here. Balanced meal, high protein, making sure you're eating enough. Right, so for me now, I'm probably not going to eat until lunchtime. So this is going to satiate me until then. So it's important that you are, you're actually eating enough calories at your main meal. Because like, say I had, a breakfast that was like 200 calories. That was just like protein and some veggies. Like by 9 o'clock, I'm going to be ravenous. I'm going to be like, thinking about food. And then it's going to be like freaking impossible to stick to. But instead, I'm having like a really solid meal. It's well balanced, it's high protein, carbs, fat, fiber, the blueberries. So therefore, I'm going to be able to stick to it. Less is not better when it comes to fat loss. Smart meals are. So that's brekkie. That's how you're going to set up your breakfast. And then we're going to check in back at lunchtime. Look at this. The white chocolate. So good. Okay, I'm on coffee number 2 because I need something to get me through to lunchtime. It's about 10 o'clock. I don't have caffeine after 12 because it just like, I can really feel it in my sleep. And if you don't think you can feel it in your sleep, I'm going to challenge you on that because caffeine has a half-life of like 8 hours. So, but yes, no, this is also very helpful to help suppress appetite. Like only in a fat loss phase would I do something like this. Like at maintenance, I would be normally having a snack right now, but we're in a fat loss phase, so we can't. So this will do. Okay, I have just made my lunch and you guys, you have no idea how freaking excited I am to eat this. Burrata, sun-dried tomato pesto, rocket. I'm using capsicum, but cherry tomatoes would be like 10 out of 10, and ham. Like, it's so good. And like, so again, we're thinking about the same principles, carb, fat, protein, fiber. And like, this is where a lot of people go wrong with their nutrition, is like, to get enough protein in this meal, I needed to use 150 grams of ham. And like, ham comes in like 250 gram portion sizes. So you're using like, over half of it in one sitting, in one serve. So a lot of people like, will buy a packet of ham for the whole week and only use a couple of, slices of ham and thinking they're like, yeah, cool, I've got protein in my meal, but it's nowhere near enough. So it's just something to be mindful of. Because, in your deficit, your protein needs to remain high for a couple of reasons. Number one, you want to maintain your muscle mass, but also it keeps you full. And if you're not eating enough protein, then you get in the afternoon, you're hungry. And you're like, why? I just ate. It's like, more often than not, it's literally because you don't have enough protein in your meal. So your protein target, it's going to be different for everyone. But for me, I need to get 130 grams per day. So I evenly distribute that across all of my meals. Because, oh, this is honestly so yum. Fat loss is easy when you eat this. Oh, so good. Anyway, so guys, make sure you have enough protein. And you want to balance that out, obviously, with carbohydrates and fats and fiber to keep yourself full. Because now, like I've had brekkie, I had a coffee, had my lunch, then I'm going to have an afternoon little sweetie treaty. I've made some protein bread. I wish I made it when I was vlogging, but I actually made it on the weekend, so that's already sorted. Have that, and then dinner, and then dessert. So, moral of the story, make sure you're eating enough protein at your meals, main meals. It's 3 p.m. and I've just been like so focused, honed in on work, and now I'm like hungry. So, the snack for this week is banana bread. And like I already told you, week out from my period, really craving more sugar and chocolate and fun food, so I just make sure I plan that into my day. So this banana bread, like I honestly think I perfected this recipe. This is what it looks like. It's a bit blonde, didn't cook it long enough, but that's just because I was like, I want to eat it now and I took it out of the fridge. But as you can see, it has white chocolate chips in it, and the bananas were like extra ripe, like really, really ripe. So they were really sweet. And then I paired it with, I also put sugar-free maple syrup in it, and just that combination of like white chocolate, maple, cinnamon, you understand what I'm saying? And like white chocolate. It's so good. So I'm going to microwave this because it's just really nice. Heat it up a little bit. 30 seconds will do the trick. And then I'm just going to take a break, sit outside, enjoy it peacefully, mindfully. Because I find like if I just like stop, pause and actually sit and enjoy my food distractions free, I actually like, you know, can taste it and, you know, just not rushing. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, sit on the sun, sit on the balcony, just have a bit of a breather, enjoy it. And then yeah, I'm just gonna check back in with you when we are having dinner. Actually no, let's taste test. I was gonna do a reel on Instagram and being like, it's dangerous to eat this in a calorie deficit because it's so yum. It's so yum. I feel like they could eat it all. Okay, I'm gonna go sit down. Okay, dinner time. Something I'm consciously aware of is my iron intake. I find if I'm not eating enough iron throughout my diet, I can feel it. Like I get tired behind my eyeballs, I get fatigued really easily, and I can feel like low energy. And I know if I am being aware of that and eat enough red meat, then I don't feel it. So I definitely know it's coming from an iron thing. So this week for dinner, I literally got these, which I'm so excited about. They're like 4 steaks for $15. So it's like, you know, pretty cost effective for a dinner. It's pre-marinated beef steaks with pepper, and then I've got 2 with lamb. So what I'm going to do every night for the next 4 nights is literally just cook this fresh. And then on the side, I'm just going to do roasted potatoes. Something that I'm absolutely loving right now is literally just this by Master Foods Peri Peri seasoning. I'll show you, cut my potatoes up, put this on, and then on the side for my veg, I'm going to do broccolini tonight. Something that we also have done this week is we've meal prepped. So in this household, we don't like soggy salad. Like we hate that. So Neil's actually did this yesterday, but he chopped up, he's got like a man chopper, we're calling it, and he chopped up all the ingredients. So we've got all of these in the fridge. So every single night we can literally just put a Greek salad together, and then we don't have soggy salad. But it's going to take us like 2 seconds to make because all the prep work is already done. So yeah, I'm going to either have broccolini or a Greek salad with chips. And then for my fat sauce, I'm loving just this bad boy. Just Kewpie mayo, but this one is half fat. Whilst I'm not, you know, you can absolutely have full fat ingredients. Absolutely, full fat ingredients are a lot of the time a little bit more satisfying, but this, I don't reckon you can taste the difference. And it does mean that you can have more sauce for less calories. So it's a simple swap that I do consciously make in a calorie deficit. So potato, steak, sauce, delicious. Literally like protein, fiber, carbs, fats, satisfying deliciousness, because that's what you guys have to do if you're on a fat loss journey, is you have to enjoy your food and enjoy what you're eating, because otherwise you're not gonna stick to it, are you? So yeah, let's get into prepping and cooking. So something I do in a fat loss phase is I do measure my food, not in an obsessive way, like been there and done that. Like nutrition, it doesn't have to be perfect. There can be a lot of gray. However, when you are in a deficit, like you do have to be accurate with your nutrition, because it literally can be the difference between you seeing a result and you not. So I do weigh my food at the moment. just if I'm unsure on something. Like if I'm like I know the portion sizes of a certain food, I won't. Or if I'm using grams for like off the meat packet or whatever, I won't. But for the potatoes, I do. And the 2 potatoes are actually perfect. So just put it into a bowl. And then something else that I'm going to do is just to add a little bit more volume, just to make sure that I feel full from my meal, is I will add some zucchini to the potatoes. So like, call them zucchini chips. I don't know if it's the right word because yeah, whatever. But I do cut up some zucchini just into like, they're nice, rectangular prisms is what I say. And then literally I just put it all in a bowl. Oh, good at this, am I? And then literally like the seasoning that I showed you just before in there. And then literally just put it on baking paper in the oven, 220 for 20 minutes or until it's cooked. I will use, actually, now that I think about it, 4 sprays of olive oil. I always use spray because it just evenly coats the oil. It's lighter. This is just from Aldi, super good. Always use olive oil. It's my favorite oil of good because it's just like so good for you. Such good healthy fats. So yeah, that's what that looks like. So then I'll lay them down over baking paper. Make sure that the potatoes do not touch each other because otherwise it'll go soggy. We're not here for that. And then yeah, literally just steam the broccoli and cook the steak. Probably like 2.5, 3 minutes on each side. I like it like rare, medium rare, but more rare. And the mayo on top, you good. Look at that, literally perfection. And that's all it has to be. I'm also going to show you what I have for dessert. So I am just chocolate girly through and through. Like, do not like fruity, you know, lolly kind of things. That's not my vibe. Chocolate through and through. Chocolate mousse, brownies, chocolate, right? So for me, a dessert is just super easy. I just eat chocolate. And I eat dessert every single night. And there's a reason why, because I've been through the restriction. Like if you don't allow yourself to have something, then you just lose control of it when you finally do. So this is why it's really important to be making sure that you're honoring your cravings and having your favorite foods in your deficit. So I will finish off my day. It's my little snack cupboard. You know, you have a really good relationship with food when you can keep all of this like chips and stuff in the house without eating it. Like, God, there was a time where there's no way I used to keep all this stuff in the house because I would just eat all of it. But now it just kind of sits there and I forget about it. Like these Cocoa Pops been in there for a while. But this right now from Aldi, super yum. It's like dark chocolate, but it's like a little bit creamy. So you still like, you don't feel like you need to have the whole thing. You still have a little bit. I have, you know, 6 squares normally does the trick. Last night, I'll be honest, I had 2 rows, but that's okay. We don't have to be perfect. We just have to be consistent. And I tend to find that I do have a little bit more chocolate in the evenings leading up to my period because I'm just like, my body really wants it. So yeah, make sure that you're having dessert every day so that you stop overeating it. So yeah, that's dessert. Now let's finish off dinner.